Children of all ages, welcome to Croakitoad Pro Wrestling, CPW. I am Kefka, and you are watching Tuesday Night Toxic. Ooh, can you feel the tensions that are boiling over here at CPW? Oh, you can see it in the ring with Linky and Miles. Oh, did you see that sneak attack? Oh, so beautiful. Oh, and it's so poetic, too. One is a lapdog to his princess, and the other's a lapdog to something I actually control, rather than letting it control me. Both are also equally as miserable, but I do offer a solution for this. Oh, do I ever? What about a 30-minute Iron Man match? Ooh, that could be fun, but it still feels like it's missing some spice or something like that. Wait a second. What about a guest referee? Oh, that sounds fun. Hell, I might even do it. Oh, that's right. I volunteer to be the one to call this, and you know old Kefki. I would call it almost down the middle. I don't like either side, so about as fair as it can be with, throwing a little chaos into the ring every once in a while. Hell, let's have their little girlfriends come out as their little managers or whatever. Now that sounds like icing on the cake. Throw everyone into this and make magic. Naturally, I'm not the only qualified candidate for this. Hell, I hear Pumpkinhead has been spotted growing out there somewhere. And with the managers being something he prefers? I think prefers would be the right word. It might be funny to throw him in there too. Watch him just stare at them while the chaos ensues. Woo! Let's move on. Anubis Khan. What a hell of a match we had a few weeks back, eh? The way we threw each other around the ring. Oh, it was chaotic. And I love the chaos. This is what we need more of. A little chaos thrown in to shock and awe the fans. And I hear you're looking for a mythical legend to throw in for your fight against the vicious and delicious. And I'm no mythical legend, so I'm keeping out of this. But if you are looking for something as ancient as the first shade of man, might I suggest the zombie? Speaking of said dead zone, since I have no current number one contender, and since Nathan Moore, has moved on to the CPW championship belt or whatever the hell he wants, maybe it's time to antagonize someone again. Perhaps them? The corporation? Hell, let's get old Cassidy Ryan or Domino or Rogue into this. See if they want to get started again. Ooh, that could be fun. I don't know. All this leaves me with, though, is no major dance partner for the end of the month. I could always steal Nathan's gig and start some underground fights to see if I could rile up some challengers. Be more interesting than the same 5 people you see every single week at the back of the entrance area. Wait a second. Moving on. There's still so much more to build for at the end of the month, and new people to come around. We have Psycho, the one with the S at the start of his name, and Psycho T, the one with the T and the fedora. Wait a second, does that make him British? Let's check his teeth real quick. Anyways, those two bashing each other, and about 4 or 5 others that could be considered contenders for the title. You know what I say? I say we throw them all into one small room with a bunch of sharp objects, and then about 2, 3, maybe 4 minutes in, let's throw Raji in there to gas the chamber. The winner's the last one to leave the room without passing out. Anyways, I've taken up way too much of your time, as always. I think it's time to start the show. Doodles! And remember to expect me.
The following contest is an elimination match. Making his way to the ring from Edinburgh, Scotland, weighing in at 251 pounds, the Dragon, Hayden Colorado. And from Denver, Colorado, weighing in at 272 pounds, Big D. Representing the authors of pain from London, England, Jin Connie.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Croakitoad Pro Wrestling live every Tuesday night here at Croakitoad live on Twitch. How's it going, everybody? Hope everyone had a great weekend. We're back again, and we've got quite the barn burner to start us off tonight in our opening matchup, which I'm being told is not just a random hodgepodge ring full of participants. There's actually a rhyme or a reason to this thing, and we'll get into that in just a moment. All right, we've got ourselves a four-way matchup to kick things off here tonight. Two of these guys very, very familiar with one another. Oh, hold on. We've got a problem. Give me a second. I knew that was going to happen. Yeah, that's what I get for being rusty. All right, let's try this again. This time without the controllering. Funny story. I was actually hearing the table. All right, there we go. I was actually feeling the table like vibrate. I'm like, why is the table here vibrating? And then I realized, oh, it's actually being controllered. All right, so we're good to go now. So we've got ourselves a four-way matchup here. And from what I'm being told, this has plans as it pertains to Azarine's International Championship, actually. Supposedly, this is a match that has a lot of implications for that title division, and I can certainly see it. All four of these competitors here could no doubt be the next person to take on Azarine for that international championship. Now that it seems that Nathan Moore has kind of turned his attention over to the World Heavyweight title division, especially with that impressive win over Rogue on our last episode. So that leaves Azarine looking for a new challenger for his international championship, and any four of these competitors could certainly be the next one for sure. And it's kind of funny that in the midst of this going on, we once again have Ryan Matthews and Aiden Gallagher in the ring. These two guys know each other so much, and I believe it was not another multiverse ago that these two were actually competing for the Intercontinental title at one time. Of course, Big D just coming off of his win as Kappa champion before it was taken away from him by Maggie Moore. And of course, Jen Von Lee, might actually be her first opportunity at a title championship belt at CPW here. If she can walk out being the only female in this matchup, surrounded by all these big bosses in the ring, it would no doubt be super impressive for Jen Von Lee to walk out the winner in this thing. These are all three pretty big, beefy dudes here. Aiden Gallagher, of course, the Dragon, making his return from the PC to the Xbox transfer over a few weeks ago, as Ryan Matthews goes off the top rope onto Jen Von Lee, goes straight to the cover there, gets a 2 count, but Aiden Gallagher breaks it up. And yes, you are right, a little bit too much island in the off time. But during our Thaddeus' voyage into the island, apparently he has brought back a few superstars to come here to Croakitoad Pro Wrestling. And I have a feeling we're going to see one, if not both of them, here tonight, as they've been contracted to Croakitoad Pro Wrestling. Also, we do have, the kendo stick gets shattered onto Big D while he's propped up in the corner by Jen Von Lee. And look, she's going straight after Ryan Matthews here. Look at us. Oh my goodness. The strength of Jen Von Lee, able to hoist up the Jeepers Creepers-esque Ryan Matthews and spike his head into the ring mat. But it didn't last long as Aiden Gallagher goes straight forward. Big D's up on the top rope. Very uncharacteristic of him to be doing this, and misses the front drop kick, and that's why. And Ryan Matthews goes for the dirty pin there, but Jen Von Lee is there to make the save. So potentially Azur Rain could be looking at his next challenger for his title belt right here. It makes you wonder who would match up with Azur Rain the most out of these four. All four definitely, as I said, that I could totally see all four of these participants be the next one to rise up and take on the maniacal clown for his title belt. Nice scoop slam there from Big D onto Ryan Matthews. And Aiden Gallagher's there to make the save as Jen Von Lee rolls out of the ring as we start off tonight's show with this fatal four-way matchup scheduled for singles falls. I'm being told that we will have Tad Libs tonight and further storyline progression as well. So we have a lot to look forward to tonight. Should be a good show. And, backpack stunner by Big D and onto Aiden Gallagher. X marks the spot, but Jen Von Lee's got a steel chair and cracks Big D with it right after he connects with his finishing maneuver. Aiden Gallagher now going for the dragon suplex, but Ryan Matthews breaks it off. You've got to give a lot of credit to Jen Von Lee being the only female combatant in this matchup, surrounded by all these big beefy dudes. She is hanging in there with them. Ryan Matthews with the belly-to-belly suplex slam. As that Big D turns his attention to Aiden Gallagher, but he reverses with the back body drop. We got steel chairs and kendo sticks all over the ring, and now it's Ryan Matthews, as psychotic as he is, bringing the still steps into the ring. Dipped in Pokemon poison type, as you can see. The ring ropes, the apron, the still steps, all dipped in Pokemon poison. I don't know if it comes from Toxicroak, Gengar, or Ekans, or Venonat, but certainly one of those poisonous types. So you got to be careful touching all of those objects. Oh my God! Jen Von Lee lawn darts out of the ring onto Aiden Gallagher. Meanwhile, Big D gets turned inside out with the short arm clothesline. Jen Von Lee comes back into the ring in the nick of time to continue the match, as this one completely breaks down here. Certainly exactly what I was expecting. And here comes Aiden Gallagher again, kendo stick in hand. Just yeets it at the back of Big D's head. And Aiden Gallagher, nice backbreaker. Oh my goodness. Aiden Gallagher eats those steel ring steps. But unfortunately, it's right in front of Jen Von Lee, who again makes the save. And now Ryan Matthews going to work on Jen Von Lee, completely stomping her down. And now the Dragon and Ryan Matthews squaring off here. Springboard crossbody takes him off his feet. Big D going to be the next one to bring the other set. Wow, this whole ring area is getting taken out of control in our opening matchup here. We've got weapons all over the place. Both still ring steps. I can't remember the last time we've seen that. Oh, nice. Oh, sidewalk slam on a Ryan Matthews, and Big D eats a chair shot from Jen Von Lee. Ooh, and a kitchen sink on Aiden Gallagher. But now Jen turns her attention to Big D. He takes her down with a solid lariat. ring ropes. Couple of chops, jabs, toe kicks, and a European uppercut. We've got ourselves a 5-star matchup in our first match tonight. Is that going to set the pace for the rest of tonight's show? I'm not sure. Ryan Matthews has got a finisher locked onto Aiden Gallagher. But he reverses it as Jen Von Lee completely taunts Big D on the outside of the ring, and he just kicks her in the side of the face. Uh-oh. Aiden Gallagher, oh my God, look at this. He's got the leg scissored around and connects with the Dragon Sleeper in the ring. Ryan Matthews immediately tapping out, and Aiden Gallagher will be your winner tonight. So is he immediately the #1 contender for Azarane in his international championship, or is there more to this story? I don't know. We don't know, but as far as right now, Aiden Gallagher walks out your winner in this match.
Gigi!
Well, just, well, well, we had the hardcore champion, Psycho, coming to the ring in our next match to take on this very new superstar who we saw debut last Tuesday. Very awkward-looking superstar added to the CPW roster, but apparently Jess Moxie has taken offense to Psycho being the hardcore champion of CPW and assaulted him on the way to the ring, and I guess the referees decided, after asking Psycho, can he continue? We will actually continue this match. I'm actually shocked. Jess Moxie obviously wants that hardcore title back and has taken offense to Psycho being the champ for sure. And we have just seen that right there. And while being told that this new superstar, who we saw last Tuesday in a match with Puppy, one-on-one, made his debut last Tuesday. It was a losing effort, but he still showed up here at CPW. His name is Julius Stickman. So for those at home that didn't catch it last Tuesday, this is Julius Stickman making his second match debut here at CPW to take on the current reigning hardcore champion, Psycho. Apparently being told this is a non-title matchup as well. But Psycho definitely at a disadvantage here after Jess Moxie took his shots in on the hardcore champion. Probably Jess Moxie wanted to fight him tonight for the belt. I mean, he definitely wants his belt back. Psycho T wants his belt back for sure. But instead, Psycho finds himself here against his still new superstar to the roster, one of our newest faces. And what a face does he have here, as Psycho completely misses the top rope moonsault there and splatters on the ground. Certainly Julius Stickman is utilizing the pre-match ambush there to his advantage here to try to pick up a win. And it would be great for him to get a win over one of the champions of CPW. It would be a lot of bragging rights there for him to do it, despite Jess Moxie really helping at the beginning of the match, as Psycho hits the buff blockbuster, the running blockbuster across the ring, and gets a 2.5 on Julius Stickman. Again, Psycho standing moonsault, splash, and now telling Julius Stickman to get to his feet. Series of kicks, a snapmare, and a drop kick to the back of the head. I mean, that's a big target there, Julius Stickman's big head. I wonder if he's any relation to Graham or Gumby Vince or, you know, any of those other interesting characters, or even Puppy for that matter. Our hardcore champions up on the top rope here. Psycho ready to hit the missile drop kick off the top rope. And now it looks like Psycho has got his mojo back here after being ambushed by Jess Moxie from backstage out of nowhere. Springboard, another drop kick from Psycho, who has actually looked really good ever since his debut, winning the hardcore title here at CPW. No one's been able to get that belt away off of his waist. He has successfully turned away challengers like Psycho T before, and actually won that 4-way match for the hardcore belt, or it was a 3-way match actually, winning it from Bethany with Psycho T caught in the middle. Julius Stickman now going for the butterfly facebuster there onto Psycho, going for the cover here. Is he going to do it? No. Julius Stickman almost getting the 3 count onto Psycho, and now working on the leg. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for being here tonight for another Tuesday night Croakitoad Pro Wrestling episode. I think we're going to have a good show here tonight. I know that there's going to be Tad Libs tonight and further progression in storylines, so you don't want to miss it. It's going to be a good show. Julius Stickman going to the top rope here and hits a top rope DDT onto Psycho. He was looking real good there for a little bit. The momentum had turned into his favor, but I think that pre-match ambush is really going to take its toll on Psycho in this match. Representing the J-Hair gang, the J-Hair squad, and there's the bionic elbow. Shades of Dusty Rhodes popped him right on the big bulbous head of Julius Stickman, and almost again gets a 3 count. Very close. And there's Psycho going back to his hardcore roots there, taking the turnbuckle pad off, exposing the steel buckle, and our referee is immediately on it like a bonnet, as Julius Stickman now hitting a neck breaker cutter there, but the referee's back is turned. She's trying to bring the turnbuckle. Whoa, those ropes went crazy. I think those ropes might be possessed, and Julius Stickman gets the win over Psycho. I can't believe it. He's just and never mind all that. It looks like Jess Moxie is back for seconds here. Julius Stickman might have won the match, but Jess Moxie's here, and Psycho is getting very angry. Are we going to get security here? Are we going to see something crazy go on the stage? Jess Moxie really wants that hardcore title back. What are we going to get here? Okay, we're fighting. Oh my God, we got the police out here. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, we actually have We actually got the police out here to break this thing up. Holy crap.
I'm calling the cops.
Boo! You suck!
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, representing the Awesome Ones from New York, weighing in at 229 pounds, AJ Jacobs.
Oh, come on. Wait, did I do it again? I did it again. Oh my God. We'll get this right eventually. Sorry. Yeah, we got lots of bloopers tonight. All right, let's try this again. Hello, Sassy Girly 41. How are you doing? Welcome in. All right, take two. We get to hear that amazing SmackDown versus Raw song one more time.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, representing the Awesome Ones from New York, weighing in at 229 pounds, AJ Jacobs.
Okay, that's 2 for 2. Apparently, Kadaj Valentine really wanted to ambush AJ Jacobs tonight. Well, you can't believe the controllering this time. The AI just really wanted Kadaj Valentine to come out and ambush AJ Jacobs on the way to the ring. The AI, the RNG just really wanted it to happen. I mean, we could try to go for 3 and see if we're 3 for 3, but we'll just do it this. I don't know. Apparently, Kadaj Valentine really wants to make a statement tonight. He says, screw my entrance. I'm going to come out here and ambush AJ Jacobs. And now we've got two competitors in the Young Lions title division for sure, duking it out here. Oh my goodness. And Kadaj a little ahead of himself there. Tried to go for the tope and completely missed. As we got the square up here, AJ Jacobs and Kadaj Valentine, two of our fresh-faced rookies of Croakitoad Pro Wrestling. Our next generation here, squaring off one-on-one. Ooh, I see a Final Fantasy poster in the background. That's something that you guys will have to be watching in the future of CPW to see what kind of special fan signs the fans bring to the shows every Tuesday. You never know what you're going to see back there. Exactly. Some pretty fun customizable signs that the fans have come up with for sure. We got some chain wrestling here going on. with AJ Jacobs and Kadaj Valentine. The side headlock cinched in there. And a knee to the back. And well, AJ Jacobs thought he could slow down the pace a little bit, but Kadaj said, I don't think so. And a nice side backbreaker on the outside of the ring. Standard match rules apply. Kadaj awfully proud of himself after that cartwheel. Well, there you go. And our slight camera angle cut is able to allow AJ Jacobs to remove his cape from the match. That thing's only just going to get in the way. And so now the match will officially begin, even though I don't think I heard the bell ring. We've got a rear waist lock applied here by Kadaj. Lots of chain wrestling in the early goings of this matchup. Side ahead block takedown. Well, there's the bell. I think some fan...
what's wrong, baby?
And that's the end of They Live, the movie with Rodney Piper. I think some fan reached over the barricade and rang the bell himself. And look at this.
I'm in danger.
I think Kadaj just said, I'm in danger, while his throat was being strangled by the legs of AJ Jacobs. Ooh. And the shin to the elbow. Nice. Pulls him in for the neck breaker. You know, for a match that involves two guys that I feel like would be very much high flyer, this has been very chain wrestling and technical. I was not expecting this at all. But Kadaj is, oh my goodness. And that's a enziguri to the side of the head, and Kadaj has been busted open. He's got blood leaking down his forehead here as AJ Jacobs goes for the single leg crab, and Kadaj breaks out of that one. Of course, if anyone is new here or not familiar with CPW Wrestling, every Tuesday you can check the bottom of the screen to see who is actually in the match. Twitch usernames are at the bottom of your screen, so you can always keep track of who's facing who. And now this match has started to pick up some pace here. It's been all rest holds and chain wrestling, but now we're, well, trying to get it speeded up a little bit here. AJ Jacobs completely no-sold that missile drop kick. No predictions. Yeah, we're dropping predictions now, yeah. As well, if anyone wants to cash in on those Twitch channel points, use those Twitch channel points. Who do you think's going to win? Azarine is doing it tonight, so get those Twitch channel points in. Win big, gamble big. And look at this, the vertebreaker by AJ Jacobs, one of his patented maneuvers there. But that's not it. He's not done yet. What else does he have in mind? AJ Jacobs hitting the vertebreaker. Normally that would be a big pinfall attempt there after the fact, but AJ Jacobs did not go for it, interestingly enough. And Kadaj being guided to the top right part of the ring, his face already covered in blood there. Here comes AJ Jacobs now, utilizing the lucha moves, and then now goes for the cover. Leg hooked here on Kadaj, and he immediately reaches out and grabs that bottom ring rope. Great ring awareness there on the part of Kadaj to break up that pinfall, utilizing the least amount of strength possible. And AJ Jacobs back in control again, side headlock, and bops him right on the cut on his head. And look at this. Quickie roll up here by Kadaj. Gonna try to win it out of nowhere. Can he do it? No. Kadaj reeled him in and caught him with that one, but it wasn't enough. And AJ Jacobs trying to pill away, and Kadaj says no. Ooh. Uh-oh. And now we got well, I thought we were gonna have fisticuffs here between these two. Definitely wanting to prove themselves worthy here tonight. AJ Jacobs and Kadaj going toe-to-toe here. Oh, he tried to go for the kick. Oh! Blocked the first one. He gets caught with the second one. Right in the chops. That was insane. Off the ropes, Kadaj. Inside out backbreaker. AJ Jacobs backing up into the corner. And here comes Kadaj. No! Clothesline into the back of the head. And rotates him around and drops him face first under the knee. Garage back at you. And there it is. We talked about it on last week's show, the Death Valley driver. Kadaj loves that move. And he connects it here on AJ Jacobs, but he kicks out. Yeah, please, if we could keep the, I don't mind if anyone would like to get into character in Twitch chat and role play a little bit, but if we could try to keep it a little bit more general rated. We do have all ages watching the show for the most part. Another one from Kadaj, and that time it's going to hit it. Kadaj Valentine picking up the win tonight. The ambush paid off at the beginning of the match over AJ Jacobs, and he will pick up the win tonight. Great match between these two rookies trying to prove a lot here at CPW.
Gigi!
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, representing the Awesome Ones from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 130 pounds, Punk A.
What? We all heard the rumors. It's here. It's here.
From the internet, weighing in at 215 pounds, the
Prime is here at CPW. And I hope Puppy is dehydrated because he's about to get all of it. All right, it's time for Puppy now to go one-on-one with the debuting Prime. There's been several people in the past who have adorned the Prime bottle outfit, as we all know. But in CPW's iteration, who could be under the bottle disguise? Who's under that mask? Who's inside that bottle? It could be literally anyone. It could be Grem. It could be Azarain. It could be Alicia. It could be Julie. It could be the zombie. It could be Celestia. We'll never know until the mask comes off who is in the Prime bottle suit here at CPW. But one thing's for sure, he has arrived.
It's a total goat fuck.
Or it could be Cassidy Ryan, in fact. We'll never know who he or she or they are in that suit until they decide they want to unveil themselves. But one thing's for sure, they have arrived here at CPW in their first match here against Puppy. And I'm being told that apparently Prime Bottle has immediately struck up a friendship and an alliance with Power Wash Guy. And they are going to be the newest tag team in the tag team title ranks. And apparently they're being called Power Prime or Prime Power. I believe they haven't decided on their final name yet, but definitely look out for Prime Power or Power Prime as the Power Wash Guy and Prime team up to take out the tag team division in CPW. I think Puppy is overwhelmed here by having to wrestle literally a Prime Bottle here tonight. I mean, who would ever expect that? There's a Samoan drop. Prime Wash. I think there's one person probably in the back in the CPW roster that's probably a little jealous of all the hype that Prime has gotten tonight, and that's Mr. Coke. There might be only room on this CPW roster for one beverage. I don't know. We'll have to find out what Coke's thoughts are on Prime joining the roster. And look at the kicks from Prime. The Prime kicks to the side of Puppy's head. And Puppy sent off the ropes. We just saw Puppy's new friend and ally in CPW in the match. As we know, Puppy and AJ Jacobs have struck up an alliance and a friendship here on the CPW roster as well. So they were both in singles matches here tonight. And oh my goodness, Prime hitting the blockbuster. Shades of Psycho there, and now Prime going to the top rope, a big frog splash, but Puppy rolled out of the way. Well, Prime is doing a lot of aerial high-flying moves. I'm actually surprised that Prime can actually pull that off, given the costume that he's in, or the costume that they're in. Don't want to, of course, assume any gender, because it could be anybody inside that bottle, of course. And you're right, maybe it could very well be Mr. Coke inside the Prime bottle. Have we seen Mr. Coke and Prime together at the same time yet? No, we have not. Anyone's a suspect at Croakitoad Pro Wrestling right now. And a top rope moonsault. Puppy rolls out of the ring. He is getting hammered here by the Prime bottle. Ooh, running clothesline. Of course, this is an, oh, and Puppy throws Prime. Bottle cap first into the steel ring post there. All right, Puppy throws Prime back into the ring. This is an example of our boss, the owner of CPW, traveling to the island and contracting Prime to a contract here at Croakitoad Pro Wrestling. He traveled all the way to the WWE 2K25 island to bring Prime here to the roster, to bring him to the land of CPW, as he connects a top rope frog splash onto Puppy in the middle of the ring. Going for the cover here. Is he going to win? No. Close. And Prime almost got the win there on their debut. Springboard hits it. Acai moonsault goes for the cover again. Wow. Prime looking really good, actually. Lots of acrobatics, lots of aerial maneuvers. Prime has been all over the place here on Puppy tonight. And a big splash. Ultimate Warrior. Oh my God, is it the Ultimate? No way. Ultimate Warrior can't do moonsaults and crap. Okay, we can eliminate at least one person. Well, two people. It's not the Ultimate Warrior, and it's not Puppy. And it's not the referee. Everyone else is still a suspect. Try as he may, Puppy is trying to get some kind of offense going here, but Prime is just all over him tonight. Uh-oh. What does he have now? Punching the bottle cap lid, and gets kicked in the back of the head. And now Puppy working the leg. And now just, is he trying to take the mask off? I think Puppy's trying to take the mask off so we can see who's in the Prime bottle. Puppy might try to solve the case right now and let us know who's inside the costume. Here comes Puppy now, toe kick. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at that. Almost a styles clash. Not quite. And Puppy now going for the cover. He's going to try to win it here. And almost does here on Prime. Puppy sending Prime into the ropes. And up. Back body drop. Looks like the momentum is back in Puppy's favor now. For the longest time in this match, it looked like Puppy was in big trouble. But he might be trying to come back here. Well, he decides against the middle rope. And now takes Prime to the ropes. Reverse. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Oh! Handspring cutter. That's one of Puppy's maneuvers there. Hits it on Prime out of nowhere, and Puppy almost gets a 3. Very close. Puppy trying to stay fired up here, keep the momentum. He doesn't want to lose it, that's for sure. Uh-oh. Prime might be firing back. Oh, no. Front drop kick. Oh, no. Prime's climbing to the corner. And hits a middle rope frog splash that time. Lands onto Puppy. Oh, and Prime will pick up the win tonight on his debut over Puppy. Very hard-fought match, but it's Prime. And we're going to see the Prime dance. It's the Prime dance. Who the heck is in that costume? That's what I want to know. It's going to be the biggest mystery in CPW now that Prime has arrived. Yeah, Prime likes to dance like Rox. Wait, it could be Roxas.
Your booty's so delicious.
Well, we know what Trashbag.
I suck!
Well, we know what Trashbag Sev thinks of Prime. Wait, is my time already up? I didn't even get to... Well, oh. Okay. Thank you, Linky. Well, you just saw spoiler. Let's just go ahead and go into this one. Ah, dear God. Let's try this. Oh, I know what happened. I know what happened. I know what happened. Okay, I know what happened. All right, let's try it again.
Yes, this time, I'm not gonna make the same mistake that Linky just did when he was just out here. You see what happened to Linky, and I know it sounded a little different than the intro of the shows that you're all used to, but that's because I took a breath mint backstage and my voice has changed a little bit. But apparently Linky got a little bit of stage fright when he was just out here and he got all choked up and he didn't know what to say. Unlike me, Azarain, where I always know of things to say. And I always have things to say. And right now, boy, do I have some things to say. You might have noticed our first match. The commentator, who is very good at his job, by the way. Thank you very much, Mr. Commentator. Talked about how Aiden Gallagher, Ryan Matthews, Jen Von Lee, and Big D had a four-way match. And it has something to do with my international championship. And well, the commentator was right, because it did. But not only just those four, but oh boy, do I have plans for a lot of you out there also in the land of Croakitoad Pro Wrestling when it comes to my international championship. You see, now that Nathan Moore has decided not to confront me to get his beloved title back. Oh, thank you, by the way, that fan back there holding up the Kefka sign. I love you too. Thank you very much. Since Nathan Moore has decided to turn his tail and go look somewhere else, that leaves me with an open spot. The greatest spot in the history of CPW to fight me for my title belt. And so I'm letting this basically be kind of an open challenge across the world of Croakitoad Pro Wrestling. And the four people you saw in the opening match are a part of that. I'm going to leave it up to whoever wants to sign up. And there will be a billboard on the back wall. Will we have a single elimination tournament to see who will be the best of them all to fight me at the end? Will we just slam everybody in the same ring and just have ourselves a 20-person battle royal match and the last man standing, or person standing, sorry, don't want to assume any genders here, will face me for the title opportunity? Will my precious and beloved Alessandra also be involved in that match as well? I don't know. I think it would be quite fun to put her into the corner, put both of her legs on the middle ring rope, and kick her where the sun don't shine as well, despite our friendly relationship that we have, because all bets are off when my international championship belt is up for grabs. At the end of the day, I have no allies, I have no friends, I do business for myself. And that's why my affiliation with the Dead Zone didn't last very long, while I might have been corrupted a little bit. And I say a little tiny bit. They already knew what they were getting involved with when they made me an ally of their little troop. But needless to say, I don't need the Dead Zone, and the Dead Zone doesn't need me. But not to bring them up, they're hiding in the shadows somewhere, someplace, some other time. This is about me, and me being the international champion. So, starting next week, This will give me 7 days to plan, strategize, figure out what I want to do with all of you precious little beauties out there on the Croakitoad Pro Wrestling roster. Male, female, creature, prime bottle, whatever you are. If you're interested in taking a shot at my international championship, maybe I'll just leave a little sign-up sheet on the wall back there, and we'll see who signs up and how many victims sign up for the party. And then we'll go from there. A tournament? A battle royal? A royal rumble? A Kefka's Tower match? Oh, so much fun we could have, depending on how many of you want to join the party. Because unlike all the other champions in CPW, Graham, our World Heavyweight Champion, who never talks about defending his belt, everyone just assumes because he's the big Ninja Turtle, the hero of the league, the world champion, he's gonna be the crowd favorite and always, well, we never hear him talking about doing something like this, do we? We never hear about Morzel and Misakanta putting their belts on the line so givingly. They just give to one another. How about the hardcore title in Psycho? Well, we saw him lose to that weird bulbous-headed freak a few matches ago. So the last thing he wants to do is tell everybody he wants to put his title belt on the line. And besides, Jess Moxie seems to have his number right now. How about the women's champion, Spinny? Ugh. You would basically have to grow her a mouth because you never even hear from her. I actually had to pull out an encyclopedia and look at the champions of CPW to actually realize that she was the champion, because you never see Spinny in any capacity on the show. And in fact, didn't she lose to Ashterial last Tuesday, if my memory... I don't know, I've gotten hit in the head one too many times. I could be incorrect on that, but nevertheless, you get my point. Besides which, where's the Kappa champion tonight? Lucinda, she won. That's the belt that's supposed to be defended every Tuesday. We haven't seen her come out to the ring yet. Do you, everyone out there, get my point? I am going to be the most defendiest champion, either more so than the Kappa championship that you've ever seen, and that's the whole reason why I want to create as much chaos. As much... delightful energy as possible. Ah, yes, delicious. Just an appetizer. And if that means bringing everybody into the match so that they can just hammer on each other and slap each other's meats as I watch from my tower, and the last person is left gets to fight me, then so be it. That's my plan, and we'll start it next Tuesday. You just have to give me a few days to figure out what we're gonna do and who wants to sign up, of course. But this is a notice to all of you in the back. This is your opportunity. Don't let it slip away.
How can you sit there and eat pizza?
Catchphrase!
Oh yeah, it's time for my catchphrase. Cowabunga! That was my catchphrase. Did you hear it? So, oh, by the way, I guess I should address the elephant in the room, which is my voice. Sorry. There were some balloons. Alright, let me just start from the beginning, because this story's gonna be a little weird. There were some balloons back there, and I don't know what they're for, but I just had to, like, take a balloon down and do the old helium trick. You know, you guys have all done it, right? Where you, like, undo the balloon and you, like, breathe in the helium and it's makes your voice like... Yeah, that's what happened. Oh, thanks, back there, radical fan back there in the front row that just raised my smile poster up. I saw you back there, because I got eyes in the back of my head. But yeah, hello. Welcome in, everybody. So I just heard Azarine talk about, you know, how I, like, never defend the World Heavyweight title, or lay down my belt, or open it up to, like, any kind of, challengers here at CPW. And hey, I gotta tell you, look, I fought the biggest, monstrous, fartiest guy on the entire roster. His name is Raji. You might have heard of him. When he comes out here and he talks, he doesn't sound like a chipmunk like me. After I blew in all the helium from one of those balloons, he actually comes out here and he, like, farts every, like, second word. It's really wild. It's totally radical. Actually, I wish I could do it sometime. I'll have to learn his technique. However, it makes it really hard to really understand what he was saying. So that's why last Tuesday's show, when he came out here with the microphone like me right now. Oh, thanks, radical dude back there with another grim poster back there. You're totally awesome, dude. But yeah, from what I could tell from all the Raji farts on last Tuesday's show is basically he was wanting to challenge me for my World Heavyweight title. And if he loses, he was going to shave all his hair and his beard off. That's what I kind of got from deciphering through all the fart language that he was saying. Is that what you guys were getting at from the crowd out there? Is that what you got? Was, you know, like, he wanted another crack at me for my World Heavyweight title? I don't know. But if that's what you want, Raji, you want another shot at my World Heavyweight title, and if you lose, if you're not able to win the belt from me, you're going to shave your entire hair and the beard off? It's such a hard decision. Like, what do you guys think? Should I give Raji another shot at the World Heavyweight title of CPW? I mean, I beat him once before, right? Because he's this year's Royal Rumble winner. I beat him at the big one, the main event, so I know I can beat him. What about you, Twitch chat? Can we get a yes or a no? Should I give Raji another shot for the World Heavyweight title? What do you think? And if I beat him, he'll go completely bald, like every hair on his body will go bald. I'm seeing yeses. I'm hearing the crowd say yes. I should give him a shot. You think so? Alright, you know what? Just because I saw yeses in chat, then yes, Raji. Alright, more yeses. Alright. Just because I'm seeing yeses in Twitch chat live as I cut this promo. Then yes, Raji, I accept your challenge for the World Heavyweight title. I'll give you another rematch. Yes, thank you very much. And remember, Raji, your stipulation and the whole reason why I'm giving you this rematch is because if you lose, you have to shave your entire head off. The beard goes, the hair goes, the parts that we never see goes, that's all hairy and stuff. Ugh, I don't want to think about that. Anyways, I'm going to go backstage now and try to get my voice back to normal again. But yeah, thanks everyone. This is your World Heavyweight Champion of Croakitoad Pro Wrestling, Grim, the Zazman, signing off. Cowabunga, dude! Yeah!
The following is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from Miami, Florida, Celestia. And her opponent from Marietta, Georgia, Choc.
Ooh, we've got ourselves quite the matchup here as the first ever women's champion of CPW history, Celestia, will take on Choc one-on-one. And it seemed like we had like a bunch of people that wanted to come out here with the microphone back to back to back there for a second. But hey, I mean, it's nice to see Tad Libs are back again, right? So from what we've gotten from that series of people coming out here with the microphone is that Grim has officially accepted the rematch of Raji for the World Heavyweight title. So it will be Grim versus Raji for the world title at the end of the month, the June special event. Oh, and I see a, what was that sign back there? I saw a Blaze poster from Streets of Rage. Look at that. How cool is that? So we got that. What else did we have? Oh, we had Azarain coming out here being as chaotic as ever, saying that he'll defend his international championship against every single person on the roster. How the hell is he going to pull that off? It's not like you can have 1 versus 99 people in a match. He's going to try to cluster cluck everybody in the same match all at the same time, and whoever wins will get a shot at him and his title belt. I don't know what kind of match he's dreaming up in his Azarain world, but apparently he has left it open to anyone who wants to sign up and join the party can join the party. So we'll see what that means next Tuesday. And of course, Linky came out here and, well, I think, yeah, I don't know what happened with Linky. He came out with the microphone and then he left. So I don't know. Maybe he saw there was an ambush coming from Miles in the Team Miles Madness team. And then he decided against talking. So whatever that was all about. Now we continue with the action inside the ring as we have 2 very high-profile women's athletes of CPW going out of here. Our first ever women's champion ever, CPW Celestia, taking on Choc. Oh, nice move there by Choc, hitting a top rope crossbody to the outside of the ring. Again, thanks everyone for being here tonight. Really appreciate it. Every Tuesday night, Croakitoad Pro Wrestling live here on Twitch. Ooh, nice shoulder breaker there.
You were almost a Jill sandwich.
Yeah, for once it wasn't a resub sandwich here on Twitch. It was just a normal Jill sandwich. Cool. We had a little bit of a brief fighting on the outside of the ring there, but we're back inside now. Great match here between these two. I think this is a first time ever one-on-one match between these two, Celestia and Choc. Really good match here. But yeah, Azarain has been all over the show tonight. He had the intro, his trademark introduction of the show, and that, oh Jesus, what? No, He's been stalking Celestia for over a month now. What does he want now? Oh, apparently Tad Peters wants Celestia. Oh, no. No. She got caught from behind by Choc. She's locked into the submission. No. The distraction. Wow, I can't believe it. Tad Peters again comes out here to troll Celestia. He has been stalking her for over a month now here at CPW. I don't know what his obsession is with Celestia these days, but apparently he has taken it upon himself to stalk her and follow her around and be really creepy and weird. And this is definitely no exception tonight, as she was trying to focus on her match here against Choc, this one-on-one singles match. And then he comes out here and pulls his shenanigans. And it looks like Choc gonna go in for the cover, but Celestia kicks out. Celestia, always the one to have that weird warrior spirit, never back down, fight to the end. Ooh, and stiff kicks, the trifecta. Blaze style on the Choc, taking her down to the mat. Is she gonna pick up the win despite the mind games from Tad Peters? Is he still outside the ring? Oh my goodness. Was that a headbutt? I don't know what just happened there. There's a collision, and I think Choc has just been busted open. Celestia up on the top rope. Whoa! Somersault elbow drop, 450 elbow drop. That's one of her patented maneuvers. Celestia hooking the leg and still wins, defeating Choc. What a match. What a great big win there by Celestia, despite the mind games from Tad Peters. Aw, relationship change. Croakitoad and Celestia are now enemies. Aw. Aw. Why? I want to be your friend. To the end. Oh! What we're getting set. What the heck? Whoa, 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 whoa. Mr. Coke was. Oh my God. Apparently Spike Ryan did not like what. We had Mr. Coke set up to take on Feats tonight, one-on-one, and what's the referee going to decide on this? Oh my God. Coke's going to continue? Oh my good. Okay. Wow. After the harsh words from Mr. Coke at the end of last Tuesday's show, you guys all remember it. It was Mr. Coke completely trolling Spike Ryan, showing a picture of him driving a Grand Prix and saying that he's the grandest pricks. Apparently, Spike Ryan took offense to that and has been waiting all week to come out here and give a little bit of payback onto Mr. Coke, who is set to fight Feats here, our current reigning Twitch.tv television champion. A Coke that championship that Mr. Coke formerly had. In fact, I believe it was Feats who took the belt away from Mr. Coke. So we've got almost a rematch for the title belt here amongst ourselves, even though this is non-title. Feats last week, in the meantime, was last seen trying to hunt down Jimmy Zaz out in the crowd. I don't know if he ever found him. Did Feats ever find Jimmy Zaz? I mean, he's a tough character to try to find in a crowd, if you know what I'm saying. I guess for the moment this week, he is stopped searching for Jimmy Zaz and is now preparing to fight Mr. Coke here one-on-one. And once again, we got another prediction for your Twitch channel points. Who's going to win, Mr. Coke or will it be Feats in this one-on-one match, despite Mr. Coke getting ambushed on the stage by Spike Ryan. And Spike Ryan, in his own right, has got his own hands full, not just from Mr. Coke trolling him lately, and almost like a cross title division kind of spat between the two, but we've seen a lot of fresh-faced rookies here on the CPW roster who are definitely going to be going for Spike Ryan in that belt for sure. People like Puppy, people like AJ Jacobs, people like Kadaj Valentine, just to name a few. And there's Coke after a big spinebuster on a Feats, looking to try to pick up the win there, but the match will continue on. And now we're going to get a little bit of slap fighting here between Mr. Coke and Feats in this match. No doubt Feats is going to really enjoy having that little bit of extra leverage there on Mr. Coke after he was ambushed before the match started. Will that give him enough to pick up the win over Coke here tonight? Feats telling Coke, bring it on. Another chop. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Mr. Coke and Feats. Mr. Coke and Feats. Wow. Oh, no. Oh, cold Coke stunner out of nowhere. Mr. Coke hitting the cold Coke stunner. But is it enough? No. Feats powers out. Mr. Coke thought he had him. Everyone thought he had him there, but Feats showing, oh my God, look at this. He's shaking the bottle. He's shaking the bottle. He's fizzing up Feats. Oh my God, look at the bruise on Mr. Coke's face. He has got his right eye, he is completely bruised up. Mr. Coke has all the momentum right now here on Feats. Oh no, another Coke stunner, and he connects on Feats. Two times in the match. Mr. Coke hitting the finisher on the television champion Feats in this non-title matchup. Coke with the leg hooked. And he did it despite, oh my God, despite the, oh no, and he's back. Uh-oh. Are we going to get a repeat from earlier? It looks like Spike Ryan has returned. Oh no. Mr. Coke going up the stage after Spike Ryan. And, well, Spike Ryan's not going anywhere. Mr. Coke after a hard-fought match with Feats. Oh, no. I think, okay, here we go. Bring the police back out. Bring the police back out. Break it up. Oh! What is going on? Break it up. And there we have relationship change. NXT 4567 and Coke Soda Can are now enemies in CPW. They might have individual goals right now when it comes to title divisions, but it seems like this rivalry has transcended championship gold of CPW, and it's getting personal.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from New Orleans, Louisiana, weighing in at 246 pounds, Cassidy Ryan!
Oh, and another run in. Oh my goodness. Well, open the door, let me in. Chain took his theme song to the heart, and he was already out here and ready for Cassidy Ryan on his way to the ring. And I'm just double making sure this is not being controllered, and I know it isn't. Look at Chain, a new kind of a personality here from Chain ever since he won that Money in the Bank briefcase. Remember, he can cash in on any title belt anytime he wants, and he is right there with his close confidant and manager, Paul Bearer. Ever since Paul Bearer has started showing up with Chain, he has been definitely a changed man. I would never expected the Chain of old to come out here and do some sort of like cheap tactic like that to attack someone while they're in the middle of coming down to the ring. Not at all. This is definitely from the advisory board of one Paul Bearer, the manager of Chain.
Oh, yes!
And it's time once again for you all to cash in your Twitch channel points. Who do you think will win? Will it be Cassidy Ryan or will it be Chain with the help of his new manager, Paul Bearer, who is our current reigning Money in the Bank briefcase holder? Who will win this one-on-one matchup here? Obviously, Cassidy Ryan at the very tippy top of the mountain when it comes to the World Heavyweight title rankings. Probably not very happy that Grimm said, yes, I will defend my belt against you, Raji, a second time, because Cassidy Ryan probably thought, hey, what about me? What about Raven? I'm probably next in line. Raji's already had his shot. Let me have a World Heavyweight title shot. After all, I beat Rogue a few months ago. Doesn't that deserve me a shot at the World Heavyweight title? I'm sure that's what Cassidy Ryan is saying. What about Ryan? Yeah. What about me? What about Ryan? Well, he's got an ultimate opportunity here to prove it here against Chain. Uh-oh, Chain's got him locked into the chain of Chain. Submission hold. And this would be bad for Cassidy Ryan if he tapped out right here this early in the match, despite getting ambushed by Chain on his way to the ring. We'll just have to see what kind of presence Paul Bearer is at ringside. How much does he get a little hands-on with Chain to help him out? Chain finisher locked in, it looks like. But instead goes up to the middle ring rope, hits a axe handle, goes straight for the cover on Cassidy Ryan. And is that going to be it? No. Cassidy Ryan narrowly raises the shoulder up in the nick of time. I wouldn't be surprised if Chain starts coming out here in a Paul Bearer uniform. I mean, he's close enough, isn't he? Chain liking to wear his TwitchCon. He still has his TwitchCon badge around his neck from when he met Croakitoad and signified at TwitchCon 2019. And, well, now that he's being managed by Paul Bearer, maybe Paul Bearer will say, Chain, your next step is addressed just like me. So then you can be Chain Bearer. The Chain Bearer. I'll be the Paul Bearer and you can be the Chain Bearer. Together we'll be the bearers of bad news. Oh, nice move by Cassidy Ryan. Spiking Chain headfirst in the mat. There's a close-up of Mr. Paul himself. Chain busted open. He's got a cut on his forehead. Now the question is, can Cassidy Ryan continue the momentum here on Chain? Nice suplex, Perry Saturn style, as Chain rolls out of the ring. And Paul Bearer being a little sneaky there. The fight will go out on the outside of the ring. Oh, and Chain. That's not going to help his cut on his forehead at all. Gets kicked in the side of the head. Up to a 5 count. Got ourselves a 3.5 star rating. Seven. 8. What are we going to do here, fellas? 9. All right, we're back in the nick of time. Cassie Ryan, the first one to gain an advantage. No! Wheelbarrows him up and over. Cassie Ryan again going back to this move here, just the forearm shiver shots. Oh, man. Just pounding away at Chain, just trying to make a statement here. More elbow shots to the head and just pounding away. Cassie Ryan just going to town on Chain here. And I think that cut has just been busted open a little more. Uh-oh, Chain's got that chain of Chain locked in again. The submission hold out of nowhere on Cassie Ryan. Oh, no. Is he shaking his head? He is. Oh, my God. That's an upset. That is a huge upset. Chain, our Money in the Bank briefcase holder, has just made Cassie Ryan tap out here tonight live. I can't believe it. That is a huge upset. Apparently, whatever strategy Paul Bearer has given to Chain is working. What a big win there for Chain.
The following contest.
All right, coming up next, it's time for one-on-one ladies action.
Representing the unholy union from another time, Eli Sandra. And her opponent from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, Holly.
All right, one-on-one ladies action here. We've got Honey taking on Alessandra. Lots of bragging rights. We'll go into this one. as both competitors deeply seated in the women's title rankings for sure. Currently held by Spinny, the aforementioned Spinny. Azarine dropping some shots off. Well, he was firing loads off on every other champion at CPW, really. But also mentioned that Spinny has been kind of in the shadows since being women's champion and winning the belt from Celestia. But really, honestly, if you think about last week's show, where it was Spinny and Ashterial, it seems like Ashterial has turned her attention to the women's title and Spinny. And I'm sure we're going to probably see something develop when it comes to that. We got predictions again for this match. Who do you think will win? Honey versus Alessandra one-on-one. Cash in those Twitch channel points if you want to try to gamble them away and earn some back. This is our 8th match of the night. We've seen some Tad Libs. We've seen some outside of the ring shenanigans for sure, as storylines start to take hold here at Croakitoad Pro Wrestling. Nice to see that again. And I'm sure as we continue to work the ring rust, the CPW rust off, things will only get bigger and better. And I'm hoping actually that on next Tuesday's show, we'll have actually fully upgraded loading screens again to reflect on this new season of CPW. So that's the big thing for next Tuesday, as well as the actual faceplates on the championship belts actually completed as well. And of course, after tonight's show, we'll have news about the major event for the month of June as well, which is the last Tuesday of June. Roll up there from Honey, but not even a 1 count. Still very early in the match. Honey, ooh, nice move there. Fisherman suplex, rotates it. Doesn't keep the bridge into the pin though. Honey sent off into the ropes, jumps over. Alessandra missing out on the opportunity, rear race lock. And now takes Honey across the ring, but she breaks out of that one. Toe kick from Honey. Brings her in, looking like, oh, alley-oops her up and over. And Alessandra backs up into the corner. Forearm shot to the lower back, and Honey across the ring. Ooh, clothesline to the back of the head. A couple of tough kicks to the side of the face there. Honey sending Alessandra into the ropes. Oh, and look at that. Bee stinger to the face. Honey connecting with the bee stinger to the face. Completely catching Alessandra off guard. And now what is Honey going for? Oh, she's got the ooh. Kind of an inverted sharpshooter here by Honey. Showing some submission skills there from her fellow Canadian Hall of Famer, Bret Hart. Tried to go for a splash, but Alessandra maneuvered out of the way. And well, I thought Alessandra was going to go for the outside of the ring dive, but it does not happen. Gets slammed into the barricade on ringside. And now Honey gets rolled back into the ring. Uh-oh. Alessandra trying to fire back here. Like if she gets back, body dropped out of that position. Here comes Honey off the ropes, missing. And gets a double drop kicked. Alessandra springboard, but missing. Just falls short. Honey working the leg. And now the left arm. Pressure being applied. Ooh. Kick to the right to the bee stinger with Honey. Great back and forth match here. It's been pretty much high octane ever since the bell rang. Side Russian leg sweep. Tie up. Honey sent off into the ropes. Alessandra fires back with a giant knee to the face, almost like a V trigger. Taking Honey clear off her feet, goes for the cover, but she kicks out. And Alessandra trying to keep up the momentum here. Off the shoulders and into the cover. Will this be enough? Oh, so close.
Say cheese.
Well, that was a very delayed. I don't know if the picture actually took or not, but there you go. The loop-de-loop roll up there by Honey, looking to win it in that way, but does not. The match will continue. 3-star matchup now. Honey picking Alessandra up on the shoulders. Maybe try to stun gun her over the top ring rope, and does. Right onto the Pokemon Toxic colored ring ropes. Honey again, going back to the inverted sharpshooter. Working the legs, submission hold applied, and she will win. Honey picks up the win here tonight over Alessandra. Big win there from Honey, winning via tap out here tonight. All right, coming up next, we've got a big match here that involves apparently Linky. What he was trying to say earlier before he was cut off is it pertains to this match. Apparently, he has found a new ally to take on the team of Miles Madness. And we're going to find out who he has reached out to help him out here tonight. This is going to be interesting. Who did Linky find to help him against the trio known as the Miles Madness? We're going to find out right here in this match. Ooh, we get a WWE remix of the Miles theme song. Well, for the first time we see them three together. I'm just wondering, who is Linky recruited to help him in this epic rivalry?
And the princess and the hero lead.
Well, we see two of them out here. These are the two we know. Obviously, Linky and Connie, the magical girl from the lands of Hyrule. But who did Linky get to help him here in his fight against Miles, Alicia, and Jennifer? Who? Whoa.
From Cherry Hill, New Jersey, weighing in at 214 pounds, Croc.
The great equalizer. There's been a 3-on-2 disadvantage, but it looks like Linky has just found his third ally to help him in this fight. Oh my, here we go. Well, wow, it's not every day you see a 3-on-3 matchup here. But this is happening. This is actually happening. And obviously Miles and Linky go straight for one another. As we have Jennifer taking on the newest member to join this epic rivalry, Shadow Chrono. Alicia going after Connie for just a moment. Is this what this rivalry has led us to? Another entry into the feud. Shadow Chrono joining the fray here against the team of Miles Madness. Oh, they look like Alicia was going to go for that top rope frog splash, but Connie rolled out of the way, and it looks like weapons are legal in this thing? Okay. The magical girl going to be the first one to try to go for a weapon out from underneath the ring, and Miles. Oh. Not going to miss an opportunity to bash the magical girl with wings with a stick. No worries at all, Patch. Thanks for hanging out tonight. And we got ourselves another prediction. Who do you think's going to win this one? Is it going to be Linky, Connie, and Chrono? Or will it be the Miles Madness? Cash in those Twitch predictions and get some try to get some channel points back if you think you know who's going to win this one. Oh! Kendo stick shattering. I don't know how one referee is going to be able to control this thing. Another kendo stick being brought into the ring. X Factor from Alicia onto Connie. Miles had Linky rolled up, but it's broken up. Another pinfall by Alicia. It looked like maybe Chrono broke it up just in the nick of time there. Wow. Linky missing the springboard. And now Chrono on the hunt for Miles in the corner. Oh, he's going to throw Miles into that ring post. Oh, and another X Factor. This time from Jennifer onto Connie. And a pin. We get the nice camera angle there. No one's breaking it up. I guess Connie kicked out, and Miles is hammering away with her with the kendo stick. This one has gotten violent. And once again, Linky going after Miles. This is what started the rivalry to begin with. Up and over. The lung blower on from Alicia onto Linky, going for the cover here and almost gets it. And here comes Miles with the springboard, but narrowly misses Connie. Ooh. Kicks Alicia right in the face. Now goes for the cover. Miles is not aware of the cover behind him. He tried to go for the discus lariat, but Linky ducked out from underneath it. Side backbreaker. There was a lot going on in this match. Oh my goodness, Jennifer just cracked Miles in the back with the stick. Miscommunication there. I suppose that'll happen in a match type like this. Nice move from Jennifer trying to springboard out, but Linky rolled out of the way. Another shoulder breaker onto Chrono. And now Miles and Alicia are trying to double team Connie in the ring. There's the Alpine on Prettier from Miles, one of his finishing moves. Chrono is getting double team, and Linky is there to make the save in the nick of time. A lot of near falls so far from both teams. Uh-oh. Someone's got the steel ring steps. Miles has got the cover on Linky here. Look at this. Of all the pinning predicaments. Wow. I think Alicia went for the steel steps. This one is easily breaking down. And Linky, oh, with the rupee cutter. But Jennifer's right there to make the save. And comes Chrono, the newest ally of Linky and Connie, to even these things up, making it 3-on-3. The newest ally to join this rivalry. There's Jennifer on the top rope. Jennifer and Alicia are going to take turns going off the ropes. Uh-oh. Linky tried to roll in for the maneuver. Linky is just flying all over the place. He's not hitting anything, and Connie's got a steel chair on Miles on the outside of the ring. There's so much going on in this match right now. Nice neck breaker from Alicia. And she's going to go for the cover on Chrono now. Is Alicia going to do it? No, Chrono kicks out. And now Jennifer's got a cover on Linky in the ring. Connie's going to be... No! She couldn't make it in time, and it's Jennifer actually picks up the scoring pinfall over Linky in this 3-on-3 match. Linky might have unveiled his newest ally, Chrono, but it didn't matter. The Miles Madness once again picks up the win here tonight in this rivalry. All right, coming up next, we're back to the women's roster one more time as we near kind of the end of our show. Only a few matches left. But we've got women's tag team action coming up next, and this time it involves the women's championship.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. Introducing first, from Louisville, Kentucky, Van Witch. And her partner, representing the Undead, from Louisville, Kentucky, Ashterial. And from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Goddess Dawn. And from St. Louis, Missouri, the Women's Wrestling Champion, Spivey!
All right, well, Vampie here, in only her third match in CPW, finds herself in a very high-profile matchup in a women's roster here at CPW, teaming up alongside Ashterial, and they look like they could actually be on a tag team, really. Not to take anything away from Tad Peters, of course, who is currently too busy stalking Celestia to really pay attention to anything else, I would say. But Vampie certainly fits the mold of what we know about Ashterial for sure. We'll just have to see how well they work together here in their first collaboration here tonight. Well, yeah, there's a pipe. For those of you that are falling asleep out there, now you're not. And the same can be said for Goddess Dawn and Spinny, our current reigning women's champion. Teaming up with Goddess Dawn. I don't know if that's...
God damn! I thought it was a bomb for sure!
I don't know if that's ever happened before. So we've got a match on both sides of first time evers, I believe. Ooh, and Vampie gets speared clear out of the ring, and a tag. Whoa, that was kind of an impromptu tag there. I don't think Spinny was ready for it. Maybe Goddess Dawn doesn't want to team with Spinny tonight. That was a very awkward tag. It didn't look very friendly to me. Maybe Goddess Dawn feels more like she should be fighting Spinny rather than teaming with her. There's only one women's championship in CPW, and obviously all the women would love nothing better than to have it around their waist. And we'll see if they can coexist here tonight. That being Spinny and Goddess Dawn. Here in this 2-on-2 matchup. As Vampie has stayed in this thing, we see there's a tag. A much more friendly... Oh, look at this in teamwork from Ashterial and Vampie. Working over the women's champion here. Thank you for the hydrate. Ashterial now in. This is the match we saw last Tuesday. Ashterial versus Spinny. This could be our next major bout for the women's championship. And now we get tag team maneuvers from Dawn and Spinny. Okay. Let's not take anything away from either side of this tag team match. Obviously, Dawn and Spinny are going to be the more veteran team together, considering Vampie is still somewhat new to the roster.
First, I'm going to take your ride, then I'm going to take your girl.
I'm so happy that was the soundbite that got selected out of 800 plus. Gotta love Razor from Need for Speed Most Wanted. Ashterial with just a headbutt onto Spinny, taking her off her feet, and there's a tag. Vampie is back in, running crossbody.
Wrestling is fake.
Well, I don't know if this is fake right here. Vampie looking to try to get a big win, probably the biggest of her CPW career so far, and pin the women's champion, but didn't quite go that way. Nice move there from Spinny, inside out into the sit-out powerbomb. Oh, trying to go for the standing moon shooting star press, but Vampie had the knees up. There's a whole lot of goth going on in this match, and then there's Goddess Dawn. Well, if Goddess Dawn ever decided to go goth too, then she would be Gothess Dawn, I guess. Lateral press here from Vampie onto Spinny. She kicks out. Oh, Vampie also had the same move as Ash there, the headbutt. Oh my goodness, inverted Frankensteiner. Spinny just pulling out the moves out of nowhere. Yes! She's fast, she's quick. She pulls them out of nowhere. That's her MO. Chains in the house, celebrating after his match earlier. Another tag, Goddess Dawn in, now the legal participant for her team. Goddess Dawn now. He's got her up. Oh, slams her straight into the mat. Leg hooked here. And Ash comes in to make the save. Goddess Dawn going to send Vampie off the ropes. Oh, and shades of Deputy Dog there with the Dogman Slam from Goddess Dawn. Is it going to be enough? No. That was awfully close. 3.5-star match rating. And now the crowd loves tag team wrestling, apparently. There's a tag. And we get more tag team maneuvers here from Ashterial and Vampie, who look more and more like they could be Goth sisters. Short arm clotheslines from Ashterial. Onto Goddess Dawn and a kick. Right to the chops. Ashterial waiting, biding her time. Onto a dazed Goddess Dawn, getting sent into the corner. Someone holding up a Grim sign in the background. Probably trying to infuriate Ashterial, probably. More double team moves from Vampie and Ash. Now Vampie's a legal person. What's she going to do here? Oh, inside out. Pulling up the leg of Goddess Dawn, but only a 1 count. Another whip into the corner. Look at this constant stream of tag team maneuvers here. These two have never teamed before, but they're doing a great job of tag team wrestling here. And Goddess Dawn makes the veteran move there and makes a leaping tag to her fresh partner. And now the women's champion is back in. Jockeying for position. Spinny now. Wow, look at this. So quick. So fast. Just the flurry of maneuvers. So hard to counter. Oh. Drop kick on the Spinny on the rebound. Spinny's back in. Immediately caught by Ash. I see a Lakitu sign in the background. That's a Goddess Dawn reference. Nice sit-out powerbomb from Ashterial. And sends the women's champion across the ring. Oh, here comes Spinny again with a sit-out powerbomb of her own. Turns her inside out. Forearm shiver shot. Takes Ash off of her feet. And a whip down into her corner. And now Spinny and Goddess Dawn are going to showcase a double arm drag. Double hip toss, rather. Goddess Dawn now measuring and kicks. Ash ready for her. What she got here? Neck breaker. Dawn right back up to her feet, a little bit quicker. Ooh, La Maestral. Immediate kick out. Shot from Dawn. Reverse Irish whip. Dawn to the apron and gets speared completely off. Uh-oh. I thought Ashterial was going to go high risk for a second. I see a Reaper sign in the crowd. Oh, and Spinny gets stun gunned as Dawn comes back into the ring. She's got Ash up. Alley-oops are over. Ashterial trying to make the leaping tag, but Dawn's not going to let that happen. Working the leg. And a whip into her corner. Another tag. Lots of tag team moves in this match. I'm very impressed. Double knees to the back, but Ash says, I don't think so. Rolls up the women's champion. Referee really late on the spot on that one. Hammering blows back and forth. 4-star match right now. Duck under. Here comes Spinny and the Dragon Twist Cutter. One of her patented moves there on Ashterial, but Vampie's in to immediately make the save. And Spinny did not like that. Middle rope. That's quite a distance away. And she connects. Front drop kick. Oh, Ashterial walks right into that one. Spinny trying to direct traffic. Running lariat. Up in the leg. Another roll-up by Ashterial right in front of her partner. Nope. And we find out that the match has taken whatever time it takes to idle the controller. As we now go into 4.5 match star territory, by the way. In other words, this is starting to be actually a really good match. Up and over. Oh my goodness. Look at the bridge. Into the suplex. Ash is bent like an accordion, and that's it. Spinny will pick up the win against Ashterial tonight in tag team action. And Spinny fires back with a win after last week's. Wow, we've got ourselves some shots being fired back and forth here between Ashterial and Spinny in regards to that women's title. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to get to the end of our show for this week. This is our main event coming up next, involving 4 of the top rated superstars in CPW, which obviously is involving the World Heavyweight Title Division. Let's get it on.
The following contest is a fatal 4-way match. Making his way to the ring from Baltimore, Maryland, weighing in at 237 pounds, Rose. And his opponents, first, representing the corporation from Cherry Hill, New Jersey, weighing in at 275 pounds, Donald O. Representing Power Trip from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, weighing in at 248 pounds, Nathan Moore. from Dallas, Texas, weighing in at 243 pounds, the Witch Doctor, Bob!
All right, well, all of the grand entrances have been made. You can tell this is like the main event player match of the night. When the entrances are long, they're dramatic, they're theatrical. That's your main event part of Croakitoad Pro Wrestling right there. That's how you know where we're at. And so we've got ourselves a four-way match. Another one, just like how we started tonight's show. We started tonight's show with a four-way, and now we're ending the show with a four-way. And while Grimm is going to have his hands full once again, one more time with Raji in a rematch for the World Heavyweight title, these four gentlemen here have also got their eyes on the prize, probably like vultures swirling around to see who's going to be left with the remnants between Grimm and Raji. Whoever's left alive in that match, they're going to be picking the bones of the victor to be the next in line for a world title shot. And then, of course, you've got the massive unknown of Chain with Paul Bearer at his side. Will he decide to go for the world title, cashing in his Money in the Bank anytime he wants? And then you've got Cassidy Ryan in there as well, who didn't have a great night tonight, but is still considered a top contender for the belt as well. And now you can see this match is completely broken down now as Rogue and Nathan Moore. That was loud as shit in my eardrums. You can see Rogue and Nathan Moore were on the outside of the ring. Of course, they had a little bit of a match last Tuesday. And there goes Rogue off the top and nails Domino in the back of the head. Nathan Moore is going to be the first one to pull a weapon out. And it looks like for the first time tonight, we're going to see Trash Can. Trash Can has entered the match. Nathan Moore waiting in the ring for someone to join him in Mortal Kombat. And it looks like it's going to be Domino. All right, here we go. Nathan Moore and Domino. Oh, my God. Is he going to hit him? Oh, my God. Oh, he crunched the trash can. You see it? The trash can's flattened. The leg of Nathan Moore. That trash can must have been made out of paper or something. Nathan Moore's leg completely flattened that trash can. It is like as flat as a piece of paper now. Nathan Moore getting choke bombed by Domino as Wizardboz and Signified Rogue go after one another on the outside of the ring. Normally would be probably friends, allies right there, but you never know with Wizardboz. He's that trickster. You never know what he's up to, what his intentions are. Could be good, could be bad. We know where Domino lies. He's just the asshole of the group. And what? Domino has just pulled out a mannequin arm from under the ring. Wizardboz on the top rope, but decides against it. Oh, high knee by Nathan Moore into Domino. There was a mannequin arm under the ring. Tonight's event must be brought to you by Silent Hill F, coming out later this year. And another harsh knee from Signified Rogue into the side of the face of Wizardboz. Uh-oh, Domino's got Nathan Moore up. Another shoulder breaker. Love that move. Shades of Scott Norton. Domino with the cheap pin, but it goes nowhere. Ooh, nice face plant there from Rogue onto Domino. And now all four combatants are back inside the ring. Well, spoke too soon there. Now we're left with Wizardboz and Nathan Moore left inside the ring. Nathan Moore looking to try to... Oh! What the heck was that? Wizardboz pulling out one of his... Oh! Wizardboz onto Nathan Moore. Almost got him. With one of many toxics, poisons, and whatever have you that the Wizardboz comes equipped with every single time that he comes out to the ring. Spitting it into the face of Nathan Moore, but it was not enough. The match will continue. Nathan Moore now tuning up the band here on Rogue. A dazed Rogue turning around and gets hit. X marks the spot. Domino sees the pin and makes the save. The match will continue. First falls rules here. Domino going for the big boot, but Rogue stepped out of the way. Uh-oh. Domino setting Nathan Moore up for the domino effect, but Nathan Moore says no. Wizardboz... Does Wizardboz have an urn? Wizardboz has an urn. Oh my God, whose ashes are those? There is an urn in the ring. Oh, backslide driver from Rogue. That's his finishing maneuver. Can Domino make it in time? It doesn't matter. Match will continue. That was a close one. Rogue almost pulled it off. Ooh. Nice cutter there onto Domino. Wizardboz comes back with a spin wheel kick. That urn is in the ring, and I feel like Donnie's ashes from the Big Lebowski are spilling out on the ring canvas. Actually, it wasn't. It was a Folgers. It was a Folgers can, wasn't it? That's too fancy for Donnie's ashes. Wizardboz release suplex on a Domino alone in the ring. He just stole Domino's finisher, I believe, is what happened there. Or at least one of his moves. And now we're back. Everyone's back in the ring. Nathan Moore propping Domino up to the top, but Wizardboz cuts that off. Or Rogue cuts that off, rather. And decides to go after Domino himself, but it does not work out. There's a backdrop from Wizardboz on the Rogue. Domino just yeeting Nate across the ring. That urn is still in the ring. Oh, and whoa, look at that. Wizardboz tried to do the acid venom spit to Domino, but he said, I don't think so. That's crazy. I don't think I've ever seen anyone reverse the Wizardboz poison, and there is the glorious DDT from Wizardboz on the Domino. That's one of his finishing maneuvers. And Rogue is too busy. Oh, Rogue didn't even bother to break the pin up. Rogue was standing right there and watched it happen. He ignored it and went for Nate instead. Wow, and Wizardboz will pick up the win here tonight. That just goes to show Rogue did not care about winning or losing this match. And look at the appropriately placed urn right there next to Wizardboz. That is crazy how that is placed right there. 5-star match. Rogue says, I don't care about winning or losing. Yes! All I care about is Nathan Moore. Wow, I think we might have a rivalry on our hands here between Rogue and Nathan Moore, as Wizardboz picks up the win over Domino tonight in our main event 5-star match.